A dash cam that doubles as a vlogging camera? Okay, I know not everybody's grandpa is going to be using this to vlog their lives away. Most grandpas just go to the hardware store and back. However, this is a pretty cool concept. So this little guy is called the Omni, and it's made by a dashcam company called 70My. You might know them from some of my other videos. You should be watching some of my other videos. 100,000 subscribers, we got it, baby. Anyways, now what makes this 4K dashcam different is the fact that it can swivel 360 degrees. Think nondescript robot co-pilot. It's even got a little robot face and voice recognition that lets you tell it what to do. The camera itself feels pretty well built, nice and sturdy and solid with premium materials. The color scheme is black and gray and just a little bit of red touches on the buttons. It's a nice and discreet look. It is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet though. However, as soon as you've installed it, you won't be touching it again. So there's no real problem there. These little red buttons on the side let you switch the camera on and navigate the menu if you don't want to be using your voice. As for adjustments, it's not only 360 degree swivel, it also has an adjustment that you can adjust the height at which you're recording. This you will have to do by hand though. This one's manual. The 360 degrees, that's automatic. You just tell it where to go or the AI will pick up where to go. Specs wise, this isn't just one of those 4K dash cams. This uses a Sony Starvis IMX678 camera sensor. Now, if you're not a camera person, that basically translates into pretty good camera at night even. Sony do make pretty great sensors, if I have to say so myself. I'm not biased in any way, shape or form. I'm so happy they put a Sony sensor in here, am I right? Now that being said, the Starvis 2 technology in here is actually pretty cool. Like, it's really, really cool. Now, when you're looking to buy a dash cam for your car, yes, a normal dash cam with normal quality during daytime is perfectly fine. However, you need good nighttime video. And that is something, my friends, that normal dash cams don't often do well. And these do. That's why I've done my third video on a 70My product, because I haven't found a dash cam that matches the quality. Now what's so special is Starvis 2 records in a wide dynamic range and layers multiple exposures over each other so that you have high visibility in both low light areas in the footage and in the highlight areas of the footage. Now if you think the nighttime footage of the camera is pretty impressive, the daytime footage is even better. 4K, 60 frames per second, HDR, it's magical. Unfortunately, if you are going to be using the rear cam in connection with this, it drops it down to a 30 frames per second mix-up, which is kind of strange. It's very similar to the A800S's system, which we took a look at a year ago. Luckily, the rear camera is upgraded from that 1080p unit with a Sony sensor as well, which is nice. I really appreciate it. Something you need to consider, however, is how close people get to your vehicle, and that's both for recording while you're driving and something happens. If you want to grab somebody's number plate, obviously they can't be too far behind you because the 1080p can only do so much. However, there's a very nifty feature that these cameras bring. And that's something that isn't matched by any other dash cam, and that's the 360 cam view. It can follow you around your car. There's even a feature that allows the camera to notice that and record that moment so that you see who scratched your car or came close to the car. The only unfortunate part is the hardwire kit is sold separately. So you get two versions, one that just goes directly from the camera to like the battery of the car. So you don't have to plug it in and out of that cigarette lighter holder thingy. And the other one is exactly the same, but with a SIM card slot to live stream the footage to the app on your phone. Yes, there's an app on your phone for these cameras where you download your footage and monitor it and change these settings. So you don't even necessarily have to use the camera itself. You can also use your app to change the setting. Now what you get with the camera itself is for your cigarette light holder. So yes, you can have it professionally installed like I've had mine professionally installed. They run it through the back of your dashboard or through the side and then go to your plug, which looks decent, very nice. I'm fine with that. I'm a very perfectionistic, clean type of dude, so I like to have things hidden and cables shouldn't be hanging around. That's why I think if I can make a recommendation, if you buy this camera, go for the hardwire kit. Actually just have it installed all the way onto your battery or into the system's integrations. Install it yourself if you're brave enough. I'm not that guy, so I just took it to my closest installment center and they did it for me for like super cheap and it looks great. The cool thing about this camera is voice commands. It's not super advanced, but it can do things like take a photo, record a specific side, and monitor my face. If I get tired, notify me. If I drive over lanes, notify. I'm not sure about the if I get tired thing, but that would be a cool feature. I'm gonna test that out soon. But if you go over lanes, if there's an obstacle, it'll notice and record it. And not only will it record and notify you, beep, 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 it'll also record it in a separate folder. Say for example, you get in an accident. The camera records 10 seconds before and 30 seconds after and saves that footage in a separate folder. Now, saving it in a separate folder is an important thing because yes, you have a SD card in this thing, and no, you don't want to worry about it getting full. And 70mi knows that, so they said, you know what, we're gonna add a very nifty little feature that we're going to be recording over your oldest footage if the car gets full, but we won't be recording over any important footage like the footage we put in a separate folder for collision awareness and things that happen to your car. Pretty cool, right? They also hard bake the data into your footage. So hard bake meaning you cannot remove the location of the GPS, you cannot remove the timestamp on it. And those are things that makes the footage trustworthy and usable. Doesn't matter if the camera gets switched off or on, it's always going to be trustworthy and reliable. Now, yes, this is a fun little camera that if you are a vlogger or an entertainer or somebody that uses social media or somebody that just wants to monitor the kids at the back, you can do that by monitoring it on this little screen. You can record your videos inside of the car, and it is a nifty feature in the 21st century, 2025. I'm not good with math. Anyways, that is a review on the Omni from 70mi. I hope you enjoyed this review video, got some value from it, and if you're looking for a link, there is one down in the description below. I'll always organize the best affordable prices. As we say here at We Do Tech, I spend the money, sometimes waste it, so you don't have to. We spoke to 70mi, convinced them to upgrade some of their other features on the 70mi T800 dashcam, and they actually listen. So we've been building a relationship with them. If you haven't watched that review, have a look at that. It might be a better alternative than this if you're looking for a inside the cab, outside the cab, and at the rear, all 4K. That's a good idea if you're looking for something like that. Anyways, this was Stefan from We Do Tech, out.